Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Nation Network. Tony Schiavone along with Mean Scheme. And tonight it's WCW Thunder, where our main event's going to feature the total package, the United States champion in singles competition. But ladies and gentlemen, the big news, if you did not see Nitro, we've got exclusive video to show you right here. Stay with us. All right, wrestling fans, we are back, and we are going to kick things off with the Cruiserweight division. Special Battle Royal is going to feature top 8 Cruiserweight division talent, and the winner will be getting an opportunity to go one-on-one with Chavo Guerrero.
The following contest is a 6-man Battle Royal. Making his way to the ring from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 220 pounds. Billy Kidman!
Oh, I'll tell you right now, you've got Billy Kidman here, representing the Flock, as we saw them make their debut on Nitro with their leader, Raven. This is definitely a different look for Billy Kidman than we're used to. Well, Billy Kidman has definitely adapted, perhaps is the word, to the style of Raven to become a member of the Flock. We saw that Perry Saturn joined aboard, and the big surprise, and I do literally mean big surprise, Mike Awesome. Well, the million-dollar question right now on everybody's mind is, who else will be a member of the Flock?
Representing the Four Horsemen from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 226 pounds, Chris
The Crippler Chris Benoit representing the Four Horsemen. Well, the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair for many, many weeks, letting everybody know that the Horsemen were coming back to ride once again. Everybody wondered who would fill the vacant slots, and now we know. The Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman, and this man, the Crippler Chris Benoit. Well, they've already proven that they more than fit the mold. Benoit with the opportunity here tonight to take center stage for the Cruiserweight Championship.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, the Lionheart. What does that shirt say? WCW, Monday is Jericho. Monday Night Jericho. Wow, I'll tell you what. Not thinking too highly of himself. Oh, no doubt about the fact that he is definitely one of the main reasons for the success of Monday Nitro, as well as Thunder here in the Nation Network and on the WCW. However, I believe there are plenty of other talents in the locker room that may take just a little bit of homage with Mr. Jericho's opinion that he is, in fact, the reason there is a Monday night program. Well, Jericho's pretty sure he's great, and if you're not sure, just ask him. He'll tell you all about it. Speaking of great competitors in the ring, you've got to include this
from
man.
Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 211 pounds, Dean Malenko.
The man of 1,000 moves, Dean Malenko. He had the dubious distinction on Monday Nitro of going up against what turned out to be the Flock. It was supposed to be Raven. But with 3 men outside the ring, he did everything he could. Yeah, there were chronic distractions, as you'd imagine there would be. But tonight, he'll get an opportunity, perhaps, to get some retribution against one of those members in Billy Kidman. You got to wonder, but in my mind, it's so fresh that I would have to think he is going to target Billy Kidman as soon as that bell rings. Well, we'll definitely get an opportunity to find out in just a few moments, but I would not be surprised in the least if you're right. Here's your former Cruiserweight champion, Jushin Thunder Liger. Well, when you talk about the former Cruiserweight champions, Billy Kidman is one of them. Dean Malenko is one of them.
Weighing in at 209 pounds.
Indeed. When you think about how many of these guys want another opportunity, those are some of the names you have to include. This Japanese legend here in the WCW, and the WCW fans have really taken to this man. He's got the look, he's got the moves, he's got it all, the total package in his own right. Here in the Cruiserweight division, this man stands head and shoulders above most. You know, normally you'd look at a man like this going into a battle royal and not think he's going to do too well. And pay no attention to Dean Malenko out there. I'm not sure what he's doing. But there are no giants in this battle royal. It's all cruiserweights. Yeah, size and strength is going to be very even throughout the match, so it's going to be maneuverability. And making his debut here in the WCW, that is Juventud Guerrera.
And from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 190 pounds, Ruth Van Todd.
Well, Juventud Guerrera, he is indeed a household name in Mexico. The Lucha Libre legend. And this young man has brought his talent here to the WCW where the big boys play. Well, it's also the home where the cruiserweights play, as we've got the best of both worlds right here at WCW. Each and every week, whether it's Nitro or Thunder, makes no difference. All right, bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. Well, Malenko and Juventud locking up right away. I thought maybe he'd be going after Billy Kidman, but not yet anyway. I understand there was a bit of a debate going on between whether it would be Chris Benoit or Flying Brian Pillman of the Horsemen. They did not want to put two members of the Horsemen, and Juventud Guerrera gets a one-way ticket back to Japan via the top rope. Well, that was a very fast elimination. I've got to tell you, I'm amazed at how quickly Jushin Thunder Liger was eliminated from this one. Big elbow right there by Benoit, finding the mark. Belly to back suplex, and these two men, former friends. Benoit and Malenko with a history. Well, they've been part of the same team in the past. Nice move right there by Malenko with that neck breaker on Jericho. Jericho with that 2K kip up. And now Jericho's in trouble. Malenko's got him up at the top rope. Billy Kidman joining forces. There are no friends, but at the moment these two men are working together, and considering what happened a week ago, well, I tell you, that's what it's all about. You want to be the last man standing, and sometimes that means unlikely friendships can be formed. This whole time we were expecting to see them go head-to-head. Instead, they're working together. Perhaps they want to get everyone else out so they can go one-on-one. I'll tell you right now, that would be amazing. And Jericho has been eliminated. Juventud Guerrera. Now, finally, here they are in the middle of the ring, exchanging blows back and forth. Malenko finally with his chance to get his hands one-on-one against Billy Kidman, at least for the moment. Tremendous drop kick right there by Malenko. Takes Kidman down. Both men very close to the ropes. You want to be careful. One bad move can send you flying over the top. And now, Juventud Guerrera. He just got caught right there by Malenko. Nice Russian leg sweep, and now Dean Malenko continues the beating. Kidman, what's he want? I think Kidman's saying throw him over the top rope, and that is just you and me. Now Kidman from behind taking advantage of the opportunity. Got to work on the arm of Malenko. Into the turnbuckle goes Dean Malenko. He caught him. As we have documented, these two men, no love lost whatsoever. Malenko with another bulldog. One of these three men will be challenging Chavo Guerrero for that Cruiserweight Championship. Malenko in trouble. Hanging on the top rope for all he's worth. Dean Malenko does not want to be eliminated. And he will not be, at least not yet. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Now Malenko with a big chop to the chest, lights him up. And now Kidman showing Malenko, I can do everything you can do. El Guerrero right now in the wrong place. These two men want him out so that they can take care of business between themselves, and Juventud is just the wrong man in the wrong location. Kidman, nice move right there with a gut buster, and Juventud feeling that one. The Mexican superstar now coming around. Hurricane Rana takes him all the way over. I'll tell you this, Juventud Guerrera, reputation precedes him. But what an opportunity it would be if his first night in the WCW, he walked his way into a championship match for the Cruiserweight title. Well, that would definitely be something that people would be buzzing about. And once again, Malenko and Kidman with the stare down. Irish whip sends him to the ropes. Malenko going to try and skin the cat. He can't do it. Billy Kidman once again getting the best of Dean Malenko. I'll tell you right now, Malenko is not going to sit well with that one. Tremendous move right there by Billy Kidman. You got to think Raven's watching this one in the back somewhere. I'm sure Raven is very happy with the way things are going, but Kidman still hasn't won the match yet. That title opportunity now narrowed down to just 2 men. Which one of them will be the survivor? Well, that was a big jawbreaker right there, and Kidman might be out on his feet. Here's the Irish whip onto the apron. He goes. And now Juventude's going to try to eliminate him here if he can. Oh, you see Kidman hanging on to that top rope for all he's worth. If he hits the floor, it's all over. He knows it. Big shoulder right to the midsection, and Kidman is going to survive yet once again. Those vicious chops to the chest of Juventude. Billy Kidman, one more opportunity. Deep arm drag, though, right there by Juventude Guerrero, taking the momentum of Kidman, using it against him. And now almost went for the crucifix pin, but then realizes no referee. Pinfall submissions have no meaning in this one. Over the top rope, feet hit the floor. That is the only way to eliminate one of your opponents. And one of these men are going to have that happen. Kidman's got him up in the air. Juventude Guerrero, oh my goodness. What impact. He came down hard with that one, no doubt about it. Kidman has him up against the ropes. Oh, there's a clothesline. And Billy Kidman representing the flock with the opportunity to go up against Chavo Guerrero for that cruiserweight title. I'll tell you right now, fans, what an unbelievable match. Well, that one was our kickoff here to Thunder this week, ladies and gentlemen, but we've got so much more still to come. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, fans, we're back, and an unexpected visit from the CEO himself, Eric Bischoff.
First off, let me just say this. For those of you who saw what happened to me on Nitro, I spent the rest of that night in the hospital. But while I'm sitting in that hospital, while I'm lying in that bed hooked up to EKG monitors, what I was really doing was thinking about how I'm going to deal with this NWO. Well, I can tell you something right now. What happened last week is not going to happen again. Not here, not on my watch. See, what you guys think you can do and what you can do are two different things. here in the NWA, or here in the WCW, I call the shots. I'm the man around here. I'm the one who tells you what does and doesn't happen. And I can tell you right now what happened last Monday will not happen again. You guys like to have your little faction? Well, I got news for you.
Oh, hold on just a moment. Come on now. Oh, if I was Eric Bischoff, I might want to get out of Dodge. Get while the getting is good. Oh, my goodness. Well, on Monday it was Scott Hall, who not only came out, but absolutely decimated Eric Bischoff. It was a beatdown, to say the least, of Eric Bischoff, but he is back up in the ring, and that might be a mistake. Big Kevin Nash in there, and if I was Bischoff, I'd be getting the hell out of Dodge as well.
You know, you really don't learn things the easy way, do you? Now, I thought Scott came out here and painted a pretty accurate picture. We're taking over, little man. And if you think you're going to stop me, go ahead and try. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you know right now that I've got a team of lawyers back there that are just itching to slap you with an injunction. But I told them don't. Because I've got some guys here that want to take care of you and the NWO. Well, wanting to and being able to, those are two different things. I've heard Ric Flair come out here with Arn Anderson and the Lollipop Guild, and they think they're going to do something to the NWO. Good luck trying. I'm not worried about luck. But if I were you, I wouldn't even just worry about the Horsemen. See, I have it on pretty good authority that Sting is really close to coming back, and I can assure you, when he does, he's going to be looking for you. He's going to be looking for all of you. Well, the good news for him, we're not hard to find. See, the NWO, we're the kind of guys that we kick your ass, we take names, but we don't take prisoners. And you'd be good to understand that. You run your mouth too much. Well, here's the difference between me and you, man. I have the stroke around here. I can make things happen, and I can make you disappear. Yeah? Well, instead of talking about it, why don't you do something about it? You think I won't? I think you can't. And I think you know you can't. But if you can, then do it. You know something? You may have been a big deal where you came from, but that was then, and this is now. I'm not going to sit out here. I'm not going to play these games with you. Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Oh, wait a minute, Bischoff! Bischoff just tried to take out Kevin Nash. Oh, that was not a smart move whatsoever on the part of Eric Bischoff. Kevin Nash now throwing him across the floor. What is happening? He just powerbombed him. Eric Bischoff Fans will be back in just a moment. I don't believe what we just saw. All right, fans, we're back. More Thunder coming your way. Eric Bischoff better make sure he's got his insurance paid up because he just took a beating at the hands of Kevin Nash.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 452 pounds, the Four Horsemen.
All right, the Horsemen heading towards the ring. Chris Benoit getting double duty here tonight. Wait a minute. Bradley and Tommy Jacobs, maybe the dumbest move they could have possibly made, coming out after the Horsemen. I'm not sure exactly what these guys were thinking. Well, I'll tell you what, be careful what you wish for. Look at this. Pillman going to work on Bradley, but he got caught that time himself. Pillman's got, what's he going to do here? Snaps him over with a sunset flip. Bradley able to kick out, but he's in trouble. Brian Pillman and the Horsemen in general, but now teaming up here, you see, with Benoit. And these two men making quite the impression in the tag team division. Look at the powerbomb right there by Benoit. Unbelievable impact. The Hurricane Rana. Benoit with a tremendous move. And there's a tag made. Well, Tommy Jacobs paying the price as he walks right into the beating. I don't know if we're going to see anything out of Bradley after that one. German suplex bends him in half. Spinning back heel kick by Benoit. Now Jacobs reversed things for the moment. I don't think he should have celebrated, though. That was a mistake. Benoit back in over the top rope. Well, these two men definitely have bitten off more than they can chew. They are clearly out of their league going up against the Horsemen, in my opinion. I'd have to agree with that. Neither of these men really sporting a victory here in WCW, and I don't believe the first one's going to come at the hands of the Horsemen. A wrestling lesson is being administered right here. Once again, Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes. There's the tag made. Benoit back in. Another 2-on-1. Oh, double drop kick right there. Nicely done. Shades of the Rock and Roll Express. Well, the teamwork and continuity right now on display by the Horsemen. Jacobs wanted to make the tag to Bradley. I'm not sure that Bradley didn't maybe have a short arm on that one. No doubt about it, Bradley, you wanted nothing to do with it. Benoit turning the tide once again. Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and now look at this. Tag made, and now Pillman, a legal man. Another big crucifix, and now Pillman in control. Oh, there's that sleeper hold. We have seen Pillman put many people out with it. A lot of success has had Brian Pillman with that maneuver, and he's going to get some more. Just like that, the Horsemen take out Jacobs and Bradley, and not much competition to be had here. None whatsoever, in my opinion. Well, we take a look back at some of these moments from the match, and it was pretty much all Horsemen in this one. Look at that double drop kick with precision. Oh, that sleeper hold. Pillman has been using it in recent weeks, and it has led him to some of the biggest wins. All right, fans, plenty more action still to come. Don't forget our main event still coming up. The United States Champion non-title match. The total package Lex Luger will be in action. You won't want to miss it. Stay with us. Oh my goodness, fans, we are back. And look who it is. Well, that is the one and only Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Turning his back on the fans he did over 2 weeks ago when he took out Sting. We hadn't seen the Hulkster since he lost the world title to the Giant.
Well, well, well. While the cat's away, the mice will play, brother. And I think it's safe to say, man, that Eric Bischoff won't be back tonight, if ever. Eric Bischoff, and to every one of you in the WCW locker room, you better understand something right now, man. The NWO, brother, is here, and we're here for life. Now everybody says, hey, Hulkster, is this it? And I tell everybody, we are still recruiting, and it could be anyone. We could be bringing some more guys in, man. Guys you've never seen here in the WCW. Or maybe we'll just recruit some of your favorites. You know, Lex Luger's wrestling later tonight. We're going to be taking a look at him, and just maybe he'll be the next member of the NWO, man. That's right. Or maybe we'll get Sting. What you gonna do if Sting goes NWO on you?
Oh, that'll never happen.
Never say never, brother. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is safe. You join the NWO, and you're NWO for life. You stand against us, and you're leaving in a meat wagon next to Bischoff. What you gonna do when the NWO runs wild on you, brothers?
Hollywood Hogan says he's gonna be recruiting. Can he get Luger? All right, wrestling fans, we're back, and we've got some footage to show you from what happened at Nitro. If you didn't see this already, it is hard to watch. The NWO went into the back locker room area. Here you see Buff Bagwell being manhandled by Hollywood Hogan. Liger, who'd already wrestled a match, picked up here by Scott Hall and put through a table with the last call, but neither of them were done yet. In the meantime, we didn't know where Kevin Nash was. Well, here you see Hogan raining down on Buff Bagwell. Scott Hall doing a number. Liger into that limousine, but here, La Parka, we didn't know what was going on, but way up top of the truck, he would be sent unceremoniously all the way down. Well, fans, we can tell you this right now. La Parka may never be back from the injury sustained at the hands of the NWO. He has been in the hospital for quite some time now. Since that attack took place, he is still in the hospital as we speak. All we know is he has suffered serious injuries. How serious they are, we still don't know. We know there was a concussion. We know there's fractured vertebrae. And we just wish him a very speedy recovery. All right, fans, it is now time for the main event. Non-title match. Here comes the man who's going to try and topple the total package.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Doom Brigade, from parts unknown, weighing in at 320 pounds, the Samoan Mean.
Well, this Ming, I'll tell you right now, he is an awesome force of fury. And he and Luger ought to have what I consider to be a classic right here tonight. Title not on the line, but if Ming were to pull one out, you'd have to think. Well, we heard Hulk Hogan earlier on tonight saying that any of your favorites here in WCW may easily be joining the NWO. I don't believe it.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 238 pounds, the WCW United States Champion, Lex Luger.
As we take a look at the United States Champion himself, the total package, Lex Luger. I'll tell you, as much as I'd like to believe somebody of the caliber of Lex Luger would never join the NWO, the way they've been running through the roster here just for self-preservation, it wouldn't surprise me if a Sting or a Lex Luger did join them. I can't imagine that ever happening. Sting and Luger in particular have been WCW from the beginning. I don't think there's a chance in hell that they are going to sign up with the NWO. And now Meng ducked out the running clothesline by the United States Champion. And we remind you, the title not on the line here, but a win by Meng would almost certainly give him one. Yeah, no doubt about it. There's a lot more on the table right now for Meng than there is for Luger. And you know the NWO are watching this match because they've already talked about the possibility of recruiting Luger. Now, if he were to lose this match, I think his stock may drop in their eyes. Well, Meng continues to hand out a beating to Luger early on in this one. Meng was one of the competitors for the WCW Hardcore Championship a few weeks ago. Came up just short in that one. Luger with a big forearm, and it only rocks the man, but it doesn't drop him. Well, this Meng, he is a force to be reckoned with, and he can take a lot of punishment, as Lex Luger is now starting to find out. And now Luger, the United States Champion, dropping the elbows right to the chest. Perhaps getting some of that momentum back in his favor. Well, he's going to have a tough go of it here because this Meng, he is an absolute beast. He is put together. He may not look like a Lex Luger, but I can tell you right now, he can outpower, outmaneuver just about anyone in that ring. And let's not forget that Asiatic spike that he likes to use, and if he hits you with it, you're not going to get up. I don't care who you are. There's been some talk that may not be a legal maneuver. There it is right there. He's got that Tonga death grip to get Luger out of the corner, and now brings him out to the middle of the ring. That's got to do some damage to the back. Well, Meng right now with the advantage, at least for the moment. Luger with a drop toe hold, and face first into the canvas he goes. Fans, we once again want to thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network, here exclusively on the YouTube channel. As Luger, with the giant swing, sends him crashing. That move, look at this. Look at this, would ya? The total package, Lex Luger, showing everybody why he lives up to that name. Indeed. Pressing near 300 pounds overhead and slamming him hard to the mat. Luger normally using that torture rack for the victory, but I've got to wonder if he can do that against a man like Meng. Well, he might be able to get him up in the rack, but I don't know that you could ever get this man to say the words, "I quit." Well, smart move by Meng right there, going to work on the shoulder. If he can weaken the shoulder down. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. When was the last time you ever saw the total package handled like that? Luger fighting his way back and now showing exactly what he's made of. Going for the pile driver. He got him. Oh, that's a move he used to win the world title once upon a time. Will it be enough to get the win here? Hooks the leg. Ming shoulders down to the mat. And he kicks out. Look at him sit up. The monster Ming. And Luger's got him on the torture rack. He's got him. Ming is up there in the torture rack. Can Luger make him tap out? I don't think so. He does. Luger with the win. Oh, that is a most impressive victory by the Total Package Lex Luger. And if you're Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall, you've got to be impressed by that. Well, I would be impressed by that. I just don't think Luger's going to side with them. There it was.
Here is your
The
winner,
torture rack.
Lex Luger.
Huge win for the Total Package Lex Luger. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network for WCW Thunder. We'll see you again next time right here ringside on the Nation Network. For me and Scheme, Tony Schiavone saying so long, everyone.